am almost certain it was someone in the drawing room, madam.
Oh.
Is he?
He's dead, apparently.
So what was the cause?
Now, how would I know that? I'm just a lowly butler.
Marcus! Oh, no! Which one of you did it?
I could have been at home, feet up, glass of wine, but no, thank you, Heston, for promising that this would be fun.
Who could have imagined poor Marcus?
Thank God, he was really getting on my nerves.
Who knew he was coming back from Egypt tonight? Which one of you could have done such a vile thing?
I, Mrs. Hench, could not be responsible. As your loyal cook for many years standing, I was in the kitchen preparing dinner for your guests. Reverend Rushton knows I am telling the truth.
Yes, I came to see Mrs. Hench on a personal matter.
And you, Mrs. Fife Ridley?
Is that how you pronounce it? I didn't know. It's got 3 F's in it. Sorry, I was dressing for dinner upstairs. Professor Bunsen saw me.
I did. I was dressing too and saw Mrs. Fife Ridley in the corridor.
Frobisher?
Oh, I was in the dining room. I was decanting the claret for this evening.
Milady.
What?
Milady.
No. Milady.
And you, Volnavia Rhodes, my brother's fiancée. You have the most to gain from his death.
Do I?
Hadn't he already changed his will in your favour? I promise you this. You'll never get your hands on the family jewels. And you, Captain Lennox, who served so gallantly alongside my dear dead brother. Where were you? His comrade in arms.
I was upstairs with Miss Rhodes.
Doing what?
Precious little in this dress. It seems, Georgina, you didn't know your brother as well as you thought you did. For example, were you aware of his opium addiction?
Opium?
And where did he get his drugs? Look suspiciously at Professor Bunsen.
That's a stage direction.
Can't you get into it a bit more?
It took me half an hour to get into this dress. That's about as much getting into it as I'm prepared to do this evening.
Why do you always have to spoil things?
Well then, clearly there are dark secrets that even I am not party to, though I refute utterly this slander against my brother.
Perhaps. Miss Rhodes drove him to drugs.
There might be clues to the truth all over my ancestral home.
Who found the body?
Ah, well, that explains it. The butler did it.
Okay, you're looking for clues throughout the mansion. Ask each other questions. And remember, there is a murderer amongst us.
Might be more than one before the evening's out.
Frobisher, you might want to check the upper west wing.
Perhaps we should consider pairing for this evening, Mrs. Temby.
Not Temby, Mrs. Hench, who cannot be certain that the Reverend is not capable of murdering one of his flock.
He is still a man of God.
Yeah, the devil comes in many different disguises.
You do look temptingly angelic in your costume.
Yeah. Are we supposed to be pooling our resources? Because this whole opium thing puts you squarely in the crosshairs by the looks of it.
You might think that. I couldn't possibly comment. I'm curious how you lost your eye, Captain. Tobruk, Dunkirk, Monte Cassino?
Paris, Madame Fifi's knocking shop. Rogue champagne cork. Didn't see the blighter coming.
I am curious to know what you are doing here. You are not a member of the male staff?
Well, no, but I am a friend of Karen's. She and Rob thought I'd enjoy myself, didn't you?
Oh, well, that was very thoughtful of her.
Mrs. Fife Ridley, shall we search for clues together?
Oh, that's
A potential suspect.
Really? Excuse me.
Why don't we search Marcus's bedroom?
Hi, Julie. How's Joe?
For goodness sakes.
And did you enjoy listening? I'll let you know when bye-bye.
You know the rules. Everyone else has handed theirs in.
Ridiculous. Treating us like children.
Hold your horses, Miss Rhodes. I went out of my way to arrange this, everyone else's game.
I don't think hubby's on board either.
They promised a thrill-packed evening. This is their first time organising one, so got a good deal.
So not only is this a cheap thrill, but we're guinea pigs into the bargain. Way to get my enthusiasm.
Why are you even here?
I came on sufferance. Emma bailed, clever woman. Heston begged me to step in.
Well, now you are here.
He wants Howard and me to play nicely together. I'm sure you've had your ear against enough doors to know exactly what's going on.
I resent that.
Why? That skill puts you in pole position to win. Lots of lovely prize money for Karen.
There's no prize.
What?
It's about having fun, if you know how.
If you help me with the solution, we could all go home. Save you lying there all night. 20 quid. At least give me a hint. My babysitter charges double after 10.
Something Marcus brought back from his travels.
Sorry?
You were with him in Egypt, weren't you, Captain Lennox?
Yes. Yes, that's where we met and we became friends.
You bonded, so to speak.
Yes, I suppose.
I think tonight is a chance for a bit of bonding or team building, as you like to put it.
Sorry, are you being you or the professor?
Me, Heston.
Right. Great idea. I'll give us a chance to bolster each other. Find ways to strengthen the team.
It's not quite necessary with you with me, whereas you and Zara. A chance for something more sympathique.
Yes, well, I didn't even know she was going to be here. Where's Emma?
She pulled out at the last moment, but Zara replacing her. Quite opportune. In fact, I think she's already getting into it.
It was under everyone's noses in the drawing room.
Good find. Only we don't know that he was stabbed. It could be a red herring, part of a game, perhaps.
How should I know? What do you want? Blood?
Oh, that's it. You're just going to course your way through the evening.
That's the only way you'd have a chance of winning.
So, I see. The only way I'd succeed is by you taking a back seat.
But if you pool resources...
I gave you the dagger.
Imagine what you could achieve if you worked together. You both bring something quite unique.
I think it's more a case of what some people lack than they have.
If you think that there's something that I lack that's so vital, then please just say it.
Okay, I don't believe you have Julia's skills or intuition.
I think that's most unfair.
Where are your people's skills? Where's your sense of leadership and team building?
I play to win. Nothing should get in the way of that. Least of all, you.
That could have gone better.
Where do you start with somebody like that?
The plot thickens.
Another lamb to the slaughter.
Sorry, are you the owner? What's going on?
Murder most foul in the drawing room, officer, but we're on the case.
I'm not the police. I'm a prison warden.
Why is everybody here? Who are you?
I'm Officer Marsden. I came to check you're okay. A prisoner I was helping to move to a secure unit's escaped. I might be in the area.
Serious? Alan?
What happened?
He overpowered my colleague, attacked me and took off in our van. He'll be seeking shelter for the night. and this is the only place for miles.
Where did this happen?
Not far. The police are on their way, but I came ahead to warn you.
Almost convinced us.
Sorry?
It's not exactly an Oscar-winning performance.
I'm afraid to say this isn't part of the entertainment. I'm Alan Fennick. This is my wife, Billy. We're running a murder mystery evening here.
I see. Sort of. Well, until the police get here...
Yeah, they're already here. My husband's a sergeant.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. Who are you moving?
A man named Donald Reichert.
Donald Reichert. I see.
Do you know him? Rob?
Are we in any danger?
I'm sure we'll be fine.
Safety in numbers.
Excuse me for saying, but neither of you sound confident.
If he took your van, then surely he'd want to get as far away as possible.
I found that in a ditch a few hundred yards from here. It's hard to drive in cuffs.
Well, one of you tell us who he is.
They've a right to know.
Okay.
He's a mentally unstable man, jailed for a number of attacks. He likes to gain entrance to properties and hide.
And wait.
And then what? Rob?
When did he escape?
About an hour ago. Long enough to find a way in.
Why don't we get everybody into the drawing room? I told you this place was a bad idea.
Yeah, because of the risk of escaped prisoners. What about Nigel?
Who's Nigel?
He's the third member of our team. He's been setting up clues.
And looking after your phones and keys. Why? So no one could cheat. You know, search online for info.
I'd better go warn him.
I'll come with him.
Yes, thanks.
Not without me, you know.
Don't be daft.
Karen, you come with me to find the phones.
Okay. Please tell me that's a problem.
I'm afraid not.
And the window was open.
The phones and the car keys are gone. There's no sign of Nigel.
We have to assume that Reichert is here. Okay, love, you go with Alan or Marcus or whatever your name is and let everyone know what's happened. Me and you will check upstairs. No arguments. We need to go about things very carefully with no heroics. Because if he's left this behind, it stands to reason he's got a better weapon.
Oh, come on. We should get everyone organised.
So we're completely cut off?
Until the police get here.
No, we do not have to accept this situation.
What do you propose?
Well, I could get one of the cars started. I suggest yours, Mr. Bellamy.
You're going to what? Hotwire my car?
Well, it is the biggest. It can carry the most people.
Now that's a valuable member of staff.
You actually know how to do that?
Yes, of course. Now, do I have your permission?
I'll go with you.
No, I'll go.
Oh, well, thank you, Reverend.
You'll find a torch in the glove box, if you can get in.
Oh, there will be no ifs.
But meanwhile, let's try and secure as many rooms as we can.
That's what Rob's doing upstairs.
Why don't you go and help?
Come on.
Heston, why don't you and Marsden take the rooms downstairs? That leaves us with the second floor. If you can bear my company.
Fine.
Really?
Well, assuming you've got SAS training or whatever.
I suppose you're the best man for the job.
And there we go.
How did you do that? I thought you were going to use this somehow.
Oh, no, that is for our defense. I have had some experience of these matters.
You are a remarkable woman, Mrs. Tenby. I'm not without exposure to crime myself, you know. I once confronted some men trying to steal from my last church. My parishioners called me Go-Get-'em Gordon for a while. It's all a bit embarrassing, really. We could make an invincible pair, though.
Let that man come creeping if he dares.
Oh, I nearly gave myself a heart attack.
It's okay.
It's only a prop. He must have been here.
Oh, I wish he still was. What if we don't find him?
What if we do?
This Reichardt, is he always...
You mean, what kind of psycho is he?
Possibly.
It's what most people think, isn't it? Lock them away so we don't have to deal with them.
Do you want me to look at that hand?
No, it's fine. Thanks.
Good grief. It's a revolver. It's a dummy from tonight's game.
Pity. Could have been useful.
Karen? Karen, are you in there? We heard a scream.
No, it was only me.
Why is this door locked?
It isn't. What?
Is that the armour room?
Yes.
Brilliant.
What did she say? Why is that brilliant?
Nigel was meant to rig a couple of the doors to get stuck.
We were going for creepy and mysterious.
Well, you certainly did that.
Well, if they've been rigged to be stuck, they'll just have to be unrigged.
What? Don't worry about that. Just put some welly behind it. That is a problem with modern cars. If you cannot bypass the immobilizer, all your effort will be for nothing.
Can you do it?
We will know if that red light stops blinking. The torch, Reverend.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I do admire you, you know.
Hardware in a car is not an admirable skill, just a useful one.
No. What I meant was, I'd really like to see more of you.
I saw movement over there.
Where? I can't see anything.
I am sure we are being watched.
Perhaps we should go back.
Or perhaps the hunter should become the hunted.
Mrs. Tempe! Mrs. Tempe!
I wonder if this Reichardt had a military background.
What makes you say that?
Well, the way he works. Infiltrate enemy lines. Prepare an ambush.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from, but I don't think this guy would have made the grade.
Why not?
There are psychometric and intelligence tests. And there's more to it than just asking somebody why you want to serve, or turning down someone who says, because I want to shoot someone.
I thought I saw movement.
What's through that?
I do not know. Help me up. Reverend Clement, I do not think it is appropriate for you to place your hand there.
I don't want you to fall.
I will not fall.
Mrs. Tempe!
Stop, brother me! What are you doing sneaking around? I could have seriously concussed you.
We thought you were the psycho. Oh! That is it.
I wonder how Mrs. Tembe is getting on.
She really shouldn't have gone off like that.
At least she wasn't on her own. You really should let me check that car.
I told you no. Thanks. It's just a graze.
I'll just go and see what...
Look, sit down.
stand back.
Thank you. Never mind the nutter, let's just go.
Anyone seen Zara? She tore her dress. Probably gone to change somewhere.
That'll cost. These are all hired.
Yeah, because that's a priority.
She was changing next to Heston, wasn't she?
No, I tried. There's no sign.
Right, you take Karen and your wife downstairs. Howard, shall me and you have a look round? There might be another door stuck somewhere with an irate Zara in it.
Please be careful.
I will.
Any luck with the car?
Mr. Bellamy has a very tricky immobiliser.
We got interrupted. Mrs. Temby saw someone creeping around and...
Where did they come from?
outside.
I think he's been here some time.
Rob and Howard fetching Zara. I think we just scarp her, even if it's on foot.
What about Nigel?
Do we assume the worst?
The police will be here soon. We sit tight.
I disagree.
Well, I shall go back to the car and try again.
We're safer here.
Like Nigel.
Where are you going?
To look for our friend.
Wait.
It's you? I knew there was something.
What?
That uniform's too big, the trousers too long, the jumper's too big. You took it off the real prison officer, didn't you?
He's been keeping me here.
You are the prisoner.
No, you've got it all wrong.
Where did he go?
You lunatic! I've lost my dress!
Here, put this around you.
You cannot deceive us.
Okay, playtime over.
But I have caught the prisoner.
No, you... It's all part of the evening.
Listen to him.
So there is no maniac.
I guess that depends on your point of view.
But hang on, I booked a classic murder mystery evening.
Well, we came up with this idea for an extreme murder mystery.
We wanted to offer something unique, and we thought the way of doing it was to mess with reality, crank up the paranoia, take you out of your comfort zone and make you think you were in real peril.
Then we set about dividing and conquering, and well, your imaginations did the rest.
Very clever. So, there is no Nigel?
There's no Donald Reichardt.
I knew all along.
Why were you acting so creepy?
I was being in character. I was, I'd let a prisoner escape. I was going for it intense.
Yeah, we did warn you about that, Mr. Method.
Yeah, well, if you'd provided me with a costume that had fit, then I wouldn't have been attacked by a crazy cook.
I cannot believe I did not see through this. You know, I am very good at reading people.
So you knew all along that there was no escaped psychopath. You were playing along.
Oh, it was you who said get involved. Have some fun.
Not at my expense. Why didn't you let me in on it?
Very clever. But in my opinion, this could have gone very wrong.
That's true. You were lucky. Your murder mystery could very well have been Mrs. Temby in the Great Hall with a candlestick.
Well, they did promise an evening of thrills.
Yeah, and we got it.
So, an informative evening. What did we learn about team building?
I think we saw that we could still work amicably together.
We already do that. I see no reason to change the current arrangements.
You mean you still see me as nothing more than a hired help?
That's a little brutal, but I'm still not convinced that you're partnership material.
That's it then.
You have two options. Either admit I'm right, or prove I'm wrong. Good night.
Good night.
Disappointed?
You know, earlier on, just for a moment, I thought...
Yep. Chin up.
if you think you're getting any nookie later.
You wanted me to get involved, and so I did. I'm damned if I do something, and I'm damned if I don't with you.
Why didn't you tell me what was going on?
Because they would have seen through you in a second.
I can be discreet.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knows about you and the cowboy outfit and the gay bar, do they? Yet. As I said, Reverend, I have had plenty of experience looking after myself. Besides, Dr. Carter will be here any moment.
You know, you shouldn't deny someone the chance to do something for you because they care. I would have done whatever it took to protect you this evening.
You are a good man. And the way you tend to your flock, it is truly admirable.
Mrs. Temby, it's not pastoral duty that makes me feel this way towards you. I hope one day you'll see that.
Good night. It's been quite an evening, hasn't it?
It's quite swollen. There's a chance it might be fractured.
I'm sure it's just a sprain.
An X-ray will tell us for sure. We were arguing all last night. I started throwing things, furniture. I had to leave before I went too far. I'm worried that next time, you know, I might hurt her.
6 o'clock then?
It's 1800 sharp.
Oh.